drinking season.
After anchoring for the night at Cape Capricorn, the strong wind warning that was forecast did not eventuate, and we didn't experience much wind over 20 knots. That morning we were ready to move around the corner to a spot called Yellow Patch.
Lost the only one I care about. I lost the only one I care about.
The Lighthouse on Cape Capricorn was erected in 1875. A tramway with a gradient of 1 in 7 is used to haul supplies and equipment up from the beach. The station is served by a small high-speed catamaran and is now fully automatic after well over a century of being fully manned.
Cruise through and see you guys again.
Nearly out of these sandbanks now, very shallow around here. 3 metres we've got, and this is coming up to the high tide. Big tides as well here. And there's Yellow Patch astern. It should be called Orange Patch, it's so orange. This is Hummocky Island in front of us. And Fairway Rock over there. We've just taken the mainsail down, not enough wind to keep going sailing. Turned on the engines and left the headsail out. We're only doing about 2.5, 3 knots. The 2 islands in the front, so the one on the right is Barren Island and the one on the left is Great Keppel Island. So we're going between and then we're going to turn into Great Keppel Island. We're going to turn into Great Keppel Island and anchor there for the night. There if you like. Great Keppel Island is the largest of the 18 islands in the Keppel group. There are 17 white sandy beaches. The islands were named by Captain James Cook in April 1770 after the First Lord of the Admiralty, Admiral Augustus Keppel. There is a ferry service from the marina at Roslin Bay on the mainland that deposits tourists directly to the island's main beach. Get wrecked on Keppel was the slogan to promote this island during the 80s, 90s and early 2000s, and it became a party island. In 2006 the island was bought by Tower Holdings, but the developer closed its doors 2 years later when the financial crisis of 2008 killed it, and it has been sitting empty ever since. In 2012 it had a plan to develop golf courses, shops, accommodation, a casino and a marina. But after disagreements with the state government over the casino licence, it was never approved. The future of the island is uncertain and controversial at the moment. There are rumours that Tower Holdings has come up with a scheme to save the island by inventing its own cryptocurrency, thus raising money for development. There is also talk the island has been sold to a wealthy couple from Singapore and Taiwan for over $50 million. This is yet to be approved by the state government. So as it stands now, the resort is closed, but there is still accommodation ranging from tents and cabins to private beach houses. There's a few goats here. This is part of the resort now, which is no longer in operation. I think they've demolished part of it. But they've left some goats behind. Leaving Svensson's Beach at Great Keppel Island, and we're heading over to Roslin Bay for a few days. Got a few things to do. Just heading between these two islands before we turn south a bit to go into Roslin Bay Marina. Middle Island on the left and Mile Island on the right. And the sea's always nice and blue in the Keppels. It's very shallow as well, 6 metres here. The headland in front of us is called Double Head, and behind that is Roslin Bay Marina, and the settlement to the right is called Yeppoon. It's the town of Yeppoon. It lies about 10 kilometres north of the marina. Like many seaside towns on the east coast of Australia, Yeppoon's foreshore had undergone a makeover with a new lagoon, an amphitheatre, children's playground and a barbecue. It had a nice funky feeling about it, with street artworks popping up around town. Well, we're on a bit of a road trip now. We've got a hire car for the day from the marina. And first of all, we're going to go to a place called Emu Park, which is just south of Yeppoon. We'll have a look there, and then after that we're going to go into the big city of Rockhampton and have a look at Rockhampton. Nice view.
It's looking over towards Great Keppel Island.
The Singing Ship is a 40-foot high steel and concrete structure reminiscent of a ship's sail. When the wind is blowing, the pipes on the ship sing.
Rod Laver was an outstanding Australian tennis player and was born on August 9, 1938 in Rockhampton, Queensland. He was the second male player in the history of the game to win the 4 major singles championships, Australia, France, Great Britain and the United States in one year, which was in 1962, and the first to repeat this Grand Slam in 1969.
Rockhampton is known as the beef capital of Australia, and there are no less than 7 statues of bulls spread throughout the city to celebrate this. Most were only repaired this year in their natural colours. Some had been done in psychedelic colours, and some had to have their genitalia reattached because people had been stealing them. We took a drive up Mount Archer, which overlooks Rockhampton and has fine views spanning across the region. I'd heard several years ago from a local that if you looked down from Mount Archer at night, the street lights spelt the word hell. So we took a drive up again that evening to see if this was true, or was it a load of bull? What do you think? Earlier that day, I was looking through the local paper and saw by chance that my friendly guitar teacher, Mark Porter, was playing at the local blues venue in Yeppoon, so we drove back to catch up and listen to Mark play.
We'll check a line. I'll go over a little further down the line. If I'm from Folsom Prison, it's where I want to stay. I let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away. I let that lonesome whistle blow my blues away.